Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today, we're going to talk about one of the most notorious leaders of our time, Kim Jong Un, the leader of North Korea. Kim Jong Un is the third and current supreme leader of North Korea, and he has been in power since 2011, following the death of his father, Kim Jong Il. Since taking office, Kim Jong Un has been a controversial figure on the world stage, with many nations criticizing his leadership style and policies. In this video, we're going to take a closer look at Kim Jong Un, his rise to power, his leadership style, and some of the most significant events during his reign. Kim Jong Un's early life and rise to power. Kim Jong Un was born on January 8, 1983, in Pyongyang, North Korea. He is the youngest son of former North Korean leader Kim Jong-il and his third wife, Ko Young-hui. Little is known about Kim Jong Un's early life, as the North Korean government tightly controls information about its leaders and their families. Kim Jong Un was educated in Switzerland, attending the Liebfeld-Steinholzli public school near Bern. While there, he reportedly showed an interest in basketball and was a fan of the Chicago Bulls, particularly Michael Jordan. It is believed that Kim Jong Un's time in Switzerland may have influenced his views on Western culture and his interest in modernizing North Korea's economy. Kim Jong Un's rise to power began in 2009, when his father, Kim Jong-il, suffered a stroke. Kim Jong Un was quickly groomed as his father's successor and was given a number of high-profile positions in the government, including being appointed as a four-star general and vice chairman of the Central Military Commission of the Workers' Party of Korea. In 2011, Kim Jong-il died, and Kim Jong Un was officially declared the new leader of North Korea. He was only 29 years old at the time, making him one of the youngest heads of state in the world. His ascent to power was largely seen as the result of his family's dynasty and the support of the military and other elites in North Korea. Kim Jong Un's early years in power were marked by a number of high-profile events, including the 2012 launch of a long-range rocket and a nuclear test in 2013. These events helped establish Kim Jong Un's reputation as a strong leader, but also raised concerns about North Korea's nuclear weapons program and its intentions towards other countries. Since then, Kim Jong Un has consolidated his power and further solidified the Kim family's dynasty in North Korea. He has continued to focus on developing North Korea's military capabilities, including its nuclear weapons program, and has maintained tight control over all aspects of society. Despite the challenges facing North Korea, including its weak economy and international sanctions, Kim Jong Un remains a popular figure within the country. The government has worked hard to cultivate a cult of personality around Kim Jong Un, portraying him as a strong and decisive leader who is committed to defending North Korea against its enemies. Leadership style and policies. Kim Jong Un's leadership style is characterized by authoritarianism, centralized control, and the promotion of his own cult of personality. He has continued the legacy of his father and grandfather, creating a highly centralized system of government that places the ruling Workers' Party of Korea, WPK, and the military at the center of power. Under Kim Jong Un's leadership, North Korea has pursued a Byungjin policy, which focuses on the simultaneous development of the country's nuclear weapons program and its economy. This policy represents a departure from the previous Songun policy, which prioritized the military and was championed by Kim Jong Un's father. In addition to its nuclear weapons program, North Korea has also continued to develop its conventional military capabilities, including its ballistic missile program. Kim Jong Un has overseen several high-profile missile tests, including the test of an intercontinental ballistic missile in 2017, which demonstrated North Korea's ability to strike the United States. In terms of domestic policy, Kim Jong Un has sought to modernize the country's economy, but has been hindered by international sanctions and a lack of access to foreign markets. The government has pursued limited market-oriented reforms, such as the introduction of state-owned enterprises and the establishment of special economic zones. However, the overall economy remains heavily controlled by the government, and North Korea continues to rely heavily on foreign aid and trade with China. Kim Jong Un has also sought to consolidate his power by promoting a cult of personality around himself. He is often portrayed in state media as a heroic figure, who is devoted to the welfare of his people and who possesses superhuman qualities. The government has also placed great emphasis on loyalty to the leader and has been known to punish those who criticize Kim Jong Un or express dissent. Despite his efforts to strengthen his grip on power, there have been some signs of discontent and resistance within North Korea. In recent years, there have been reports of economic protests and dissent among the elite, as well as signs of growing corruption within the government. Overall, Kim Jong Un's leadership style is defined by a combination of authoritarianism, centralized control, and the promotion of his own cult of personality. While he has pursued policies aimed at modernizing the economy and strengthening North Korea's military capabilities, his government remains heavily controlled and isolated from the outside world. International relations. Under Kim Jong Un's leadership, North Korea has become increasingly isolated from the international community. The country's nuclear weapons program has been a major point of contention, with the United States and other nations imposing economic sanctions in an attempt to force North Korea to abandon its nuclear ambitions. In 2018, tensions between North Korea and the United States reached a boiling point, with both countries engaging in a war of words and threats. However, in a surprise move, Kim Jong Un agreed to hold a summit with U.S. President Donald Trump in Singapore in June of that year. The summit was hailed as a major breakthrough in the relationship between North Korea and the United States, with both leaders signing a joint statement pledging to work towards the denuclearization of the Korean Peninsula. However, subsequent negotiations have stalled, and there has been little progress towards achieving this goal. Human rights. North Korea is known for its abysmal human rights record, and Kim Jong Un's leadership has done little to improve the situation. The North Korean government has been accused of numerous human rights abuses, including forced labor, torture, and political repression. In a 2014 report, the United Nations Commission of Inquiry on Human Rights in North Korea stated that the country's government had committed systematic, widespread, and grave violations of human rights. The report called for the international community to take action to address these abuses, including referring the situation in North Korea to the International Criminal Court. Despite these calls for action, little has been done to improve the situation in North Korea. The country remains one of the most repressive regimes in the world, with the government maintaining tight control over all aspects of society. Recent developments. In recent years, there have been several notable developments in North Korea under Kim Jong Un's leadership. In 2018, Kim Jong Un made a historic visit to South Korea, becoming the first North Korean leader to do so since the Korean War. During the visit, he met with South Korean President Moon Jae-in and discussed ways to improve relations between the two countries. In 2019, Kim Jong Un and U.S. President Donald Trump held a second summit in Vietnam, but the talks collapsed without any agreement being reached. Since then, there have been no high-level talks between North Korea and the United States, and tensions between the two countries have once again risen. In early 2020, North Korea closed its borders due to the COVID-19 pandemic, leading to fears about the impact of the virus on the country's already struggling economy. The government has maintained strict controls over information related to the pandemic, making it difficult to assess the situation inside the country. Conclusion. In conclusion, Kim Jong Un's leadership of North Korea has been marked by controversy and tension with the international community. Despite his efforts to improve the country's economy and living standards, North Korea remains one of the poorest and most isolated countries in the world, with a government that is notorious for its human rights abuses. While there have been some notable developments under Kim Jong Un's leadership, including his historic visit to South Korea and the 2018 summit with U.S. President Donald Trump, there has been little progress towards resolving the ongoing tensions between North Korea and the international community. It remains to be seen what the future holds for North Korea under Kim Jong Un's leadership, but it is clear that the country will continue to be a major player on the world stage, with its nuclear weapons program and human rights abuses remaining major points of contention. Thanks for watching, and I hope you found this video informative and engaging. Please feel free to leave any comments or questions below, and don't forget to subscribe for more thought-provoking content.